What's up, everybody? Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe. It's your big brother RonWorks, and you tune in to RonWorks TV, where we encourage, we inspire, and we motivate. What's up, everybody? I hope all is well. If you're new, you're so welcome over here. No matter your race, your gender, or your sexual orientation, none of that matters. I'm your big brother, and you're so welcome over here. I want to thank everybody for all the support, every like, every comment, every share, and every subscription. All of it, it means a lot to me, and certainly it means a lot to the channel. Thank you so much. I want to speak a word today to the chosen ones. I want to be a blessing. I want to encourage somebody. A couple months ago, God spoke to me. He told me to tell the people that their emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses, everything including food and gas. He wanted me to warn God's people that their emergency fund was their spiritual war chest. God want me to speak on it again. I want to be a blessing to all the chosen ones, all over the world and across the country. But I want to focus on my community, where for too long, our people have been stagnant in finances, education, entrepreneurship, having skills that can be passed along from generation to generation. Electricians, plumbers. God wants me to focus on this because for too long our community has been stagnant. And one of the reasons why our community is stagnant is because of lies. Anything that God is on, it grows. There's abundance. You'll see prosperity. Why? Because you got truth on it. If there's good information being pumped in the community, you will see it flourish. You will see it flourish like God wanted, because truth is there. God is the spirit of truth. I want everybody to follow me. So in other words, if something's not growing, there's some lies there, because anything that God is on, it grow. I wish I had a church here. I'm about to preach. I want everybody to pay attention. For too long, our community has been stagnant in finances. Everybody know this. Everybody knows this. Anything that has a lie attached to it, that's the devil. I want people to get that. Anything that does not grow, that's the devil. Anything that just stays and descends, there's some lies attached to it somewhere. I want people to pay attention. God wants me to talk about the war chest. 3 to 6 months of insurance. This is how you fight with the devil. Our community needs to know this. God does not want you focused on planting seeds at some building. And he got the building. That's his building, if it's his church. People need to get this. God does not want you giving your war chest money away. No. Nothing wrong with tithing. Nothing wrong with tithing. But people need to understand tithing, that's an old biblical practice. God reconciled with the people. He came down, put on the body, reconciled with the people, and died. So we didn't have to live like that no more. Nothing wrong with tithing. The church lights need to stay on. Nothing wrong with giving. Nothing wrong with it, but you're not cursed if you don't give to that building. God is not just at that building. People need to get that. God is omnipresent. God is everywhere. And God is at your house too. He need an emergency fund. People need to get this. Listen, anybody that has a relationship with God, you need to understand, just like the United States government has a war chest. What is that? That is money set aside for wartime. People, you can look this up. Every government in the world got this. It's a war chest. Basically, it's an emergency fund for wartime, war against other countries. So people need to understand you are your own government. You like the United States. Could you imagine if another country knew that America didn't have a war chest? I'm telling you, they would attack you immediately. They'll be like, okay, it's time. I wish I had a church. Let's go get them. This is our shot. Listen, that's how the devil is. If he know that the people don't have emergency funds, he's going to attack the people. Keep them low. I wish the people would get this. People need to understand. Most people are so consumed with giving their war chest money away to a church, to a building. I got to say it like that because, listen, you're not giving it to God. God don't need your money. He don't need your money. He's God. Trust me. God just wants you to go to church to learn. That's it. God wants you to focus on your life and build. Your relationship with God is not about church, my brothers and sisters. It's not about church. It's not about a building. It's not about some other man. No, it's not. God does not want us focused on no other person. Like we need to bless the man of God, the man of God. No, God wants us focused on him. I promise you. I promise you, don't get me wrong. Now, a true man of God deserves respect and honor. Don't get me wrong. You got to look at it a certain way. God wants people to be safe. I'm telling you. I hope people can get this. I want people to understand. If you're not growing in your life, if you're around anything that's not growing, I'm telling you, there's some lies attached to it. Our community needs to move forward in mass. I want you to pay attention to what's going on. Our community needs businesses, not churches. I want people to focus. Our neighborhoods don't need churches. People need to understand how important your war chest is. Your war chest is just so important in your walk with the Most High God. God wants the chosen ones to listen. You're not going to ascend without an emergency fund, without a war chest, a spiritual war chest. Why? Because the devil is smart. The devil is going to attack you. The devil is going to attack you. Look, not having a war chest is basically like keeping your king exposed on the chessboard. I'm telling you, it's like somebody who just don't castle. I'm serious. Not having a war chest, it's like just having your king exposed on the chessboard. I'm telling you, and you playing against the enemy, he's good. And soon as the devil see that you don't have no war chest, look, he be thinking in his mind, like, I'm about to checkmate him. I'm about to checkmate him. He's stupid. He didn't castle. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. People, I promise you, it's just like that. This is what the leaders in our community, listen, our community stays stagnant. It's because of the leaders in our community, the magicians. Notice the preachers won't tell you this. Not all of them. Not all of them. But I'm just telling you, most people in our community that go to the churches don't have an emergency fund. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Most people, especially the religious people, who think they better than everybody else and smarter than everybody else. Most of those people don't even have a spiritual war chest. And this is why the people just stay stagnant. It's just looking like people. It's because of the magicians. The magicians, they want a war chest. They don't want you to have one. This is why they won't tell the people this. People, if the preacher is not preaching this 3 to 6 months, listen, because this is just truth. This ain't nothing new. Go to any financial expert, they'll tell you this. 3 to 6 months. I promise you, they'll tell you about an emergency fund. It's just truth. Why won't the preachers tell the people this? They don't even care if the people have a war chest. They don't care about it. Either they don't know or they don't care. One or the other. Both is just bad. I wish I had a church here. I'm telling you, and this is the reason why our community stays stagnant. No businesses or nothing. You just got a bunch of magicians stealing the people's war chest money. People can't even ascend and go where God needs them to be. Get a better life for them and their family. Fight with the devil because, listen, you know some attack is coming. The tire's going to fly off the car. Some pipe going to bust in the house. Kids going to need some shoes. Those magicians are stealing people's war chest money. And the devil just beat the hell out of our community. He win every time. Why? Our kings are exposed. I wish I had a church here. We not castling. We got to make sure that we castle. Emergency fund. Protect the king. That's good right there. I like that. You are the king. You need to protect the king. Castle. And get an emergency fund. This is what the preachers need to preach to the people. God wants everybody to be encouraged. Nothing wrong with giving. Nothing wrong with giving to the church. You go into a good church, the lights need to stay on at the church. Nothing wrong with giving. Nothing wrong with going to church. But you need an emergency fund. God wants people to be wise. Your relationship with God is not about church. No, it's not. It's about you. It's about you growing, prospering, operating in your north node. Your life is a tower. Do not build it without counting the cost, everybody. You need an emergency fund. Even when somebody do a project, they build a house, there's an emergency fund for that. Just in case something go wrong. I promise you it is. Don't build a tower before counting the cost. Your life is a tower. You got to learn how to run your own life. People, these preachers are not helping you. Trust me. People, basically what these men, these magicians have done in our community, they have turned what Jesus, same thing Jesus was mad and turning tables over for. They've turned God's house into a den of thieves. I promise you, my brothers and sisters, God is not pleased. God does not want you trying to take care of no man. It's not your job to take care of nobody. It's your job to take care of you and your family. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with giving to the church. But that money is for the church to run. It's not to pay his bills. It's not to pay nobody else's bills and send nobody else's children to college. None of that stuff. You have to send your own children to college. It's not for that. And you know, a lot of people disagree with this. Can you believe it? It's like, what's wrong with you? You don't see the community? No businesses at all, my brothers and sisters. And if you look at the grocery stores and gas stations, because you don't see nothing but grocery stores and gas stations. You go in there, we don't even run those. The Arabic brothers and sisters own that stuff. I'm serious. And then you try to support one of our people's stuff, because I love to try to do that. You go in there, it ain't nothing in the refrigerator or nothing. People. You want to know why? You got people focused on trying to start a church. People, no. God want me to encourage everybody though. Because change is coming. I promise you, change is on its way. In a powerful way. Because people are waking up. People are understanding that you need an emergency fund. You're not going nowhere without one. The devil is too smart. You have to castle when you're playing chess with the devil. When you're at war with the devil, you have to castle. People understand that they have to castle now. I'm telling you, you preachers, you magicians that's not doing it right, God is coming after you. I'm telling you, he's coming after you. And I'm telling you, you preachers that's been doing this stuff and you want to stop it. Stop it. Stop doing that stuff. Because you know what you're doing is wrong. You know what you're doing is wrong. All you got to do is read the scriptures. Jesus did not do that. The apostles didn't do it. Everybody had an occupation. Everybody. In the scriptures, my brothers and sisters listening, who don't have a war chest and you giving your war chest to the church. Listen, everybody had an occupation. The apostles, Jesus, everybody. The preacher needs to have one as well. Bottom line, he needs to have an occupation. He needs to do something for a living. And if you walk up to a preacher and you ask him, what do you do for a living? And he say, I'm a preacher. God wants you to tell him, no, you're not the preacher. God is the preacher. What do you do for a living? I wish I had a church here. I'm serious. What do you do for a living? God is the preacher. You see how they try to take credit for what God do? You see how they do that, y'all? No. What do you do for a living? You're going to hear crickets. Because they don't do nothing. I'm telling you, most of them. A lot of them in our community. And when you see that, when you hear crickets, when you ask that question, that's telling you right there, he's a magician. Soon as you hear that silence, magician. You don't have to say nothing. I wish I had a church here. I'm serious, my brothers and sisters. You preachers who want to listen, stop. I'm telling you right now, get on the boat. I'm like Noah, building the ark, telling people it's about to rain. I'm telling you, preachers. I'm telling you, preachers. I'm building a boat. Get on the boat now. Just get on. I'm telling you, get on. It's about to rain. Get on the boat. And you know, people, I know people looking at this video, they're going to hear this video and be like, this dude is crazy. Just like they were saying to Noah. They were saying Noah is crazy as hell. Y'all read that story about what Noah was building the ark, telling people it's about to rain. It's going to rain. That's me. I'm telling people, get on this boat. You preachers, get on. Stop doing what you're doing. You don't need no salary from the church. You don't need that. Get on the boat. I'm telling you, because preachers who get caught in the sweep, it's a sweep that's going to come through. I'm telling you, it's a sting that's going to come through. It's just like it's gonna be just like there was on the wire, rounding them people up. You preachers are gonna get rounded up. You're gonna be bent over some car, handcuffed in the spirit. I wish I had a church here. You're gonna be handcuffed. I'm telling you, and you preachers that continue to do this, you are going to get time for what you're doing. Because our community has stayed stagnant long enough. God want to free the community so we can move forward, generation to generation. Businesses have a line of electricians, people, construction workers, people who can build stuff. Notice you don't have a lot of that stuff in our community. Welders. Why? You don't have none of the men guiding them. You got men guiding them, trying to guide them to the pulpit. No, everybody's not a preacher. That's sacred. Everybody can't do that. This is why you got a bunch of men that can't preach in the community. I'm telling you, a lot of you men, let me just be honest, a lot of you men cannot preach. And you know you can't preach, and they still do this stuff. You putting people to sleep. Just setting up spiritual Benadryl. Every time you preach, everybody just go to sleep. Like, I'm serious. Stop wasting the people's time, you preachers. Preaching is not an occupation. No, it's not. It's not an occupation. Even Jesus had one, you preachers. I want everybody to get this. Even Jesus had an occupation. The preacher should have one as well. Bottom line, my brothers, you got to get that one. Set an example. Businesses, something that is going to pour into the community. You preachers, you should feel bad for taking stuff and not pouring back into. I'm sorry. Just know, listen, people need to get this. Get on the boat. Get on the boat. I'm telling people it's going to rain. It's going to rain. I'm sure of it. And a lot of people, I'm telling you, you do not want to be caught in the rain. Change is coming. You need to be doing the right thing. You don't want to get caught not doing the right thing. I'm telling you. If you're listening to me, if you know you're not doing the right thing, you need to stop. Chosen ones don't do what these other people do. Don't do what you see other people doing. You know, because it's a monkey see, monkey do spirit over the people. People don't have their own mind. They're scared to have their own mind. Don't do what you see other people doing. Follow your intuition. I'm telling you, get on the boat. Because once it starts raining, I'm telling you, I'm going to seal that mud up so fast. As soon as I see the rain, I'm going to be like, all right, it's time. Everybody close to me going to be on. And I'm going to be like, all right, God bless you. Let's go. I wish I had a church here. And please don't be coming. I'm going to be like, God bless you. Once it starts raining, the boat is gone. It ain't coming back to get nobody, I promise you. So you need to get on while you got a chance. Get on. It's very comfortable on the boat too, I promise you. I wish I had a church here, that's good. It's very comfortable on the boat. Get on here. You don't want to get caught in the rain, caught in the sweep. I wish I had a church. Don't be by those preachers. I'm telling you, they are under heavy surveillance. Don't get caught by those drug dealers. They under heavy surveillance. I'm telling you, everything is tapped. Phones, everything is tapped. Do not get caught by those people. You're going to get caught in the sweep. You're going to get caught in that sweep. I wish I had a church here. Be very careful. My brothers and sisters, be safe. God wants you to have a war chest. Worry about you and your family. Save yourself, and then you can save somebody else later. Save yourself. This is what the scriptures tell you. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. Save yourself. All right, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you're doing the right thing. Karma is real, I'm telling you. Make sure you're doing the right thing. And most importantly, make sure you stay away from low vibrational people. Why? Because it affects what you can manifest in your life. All right, my brothers and sisters, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe. And until next time, it's your big brother, RonWorks, and I'm out.